Okay, so I'm recording this partway through. I should have been recording at the start of this. I was just like, I'm bored. I wanted to listen to music, so I wasn't recording. But I've spent 20 million gems roughly since this opening started. I've gotten two shiny Fallens and another Fallen. For context, I've been able to sell the shinies for 30 mil. People are willing to buy them for 30. Not saying you should buy them at 30, but it works. So I don't know. Just standard pack is something. It's a little overtuned, but I like it. Now, I do have a triple echoing, so and don't expect to get shinies that much. I've spent hundreds of millions, and it's not normal to get that many. I've gotten, I think, two shinies after spending over 400 million. And then, well, the two I just got back to back. But that's lucky. That doesn't happen very often. But I'm recording this like right after the other video, and the other pack recording video I put up I did a while ago, so I was more realizing how stupid it is then. At this point, I understand how stupid it is because I've made so much, and I continue to make just filthy amounts of gems from it. So yeah, and then there's a soul blade. So gotten a fallen, two shiny fallens, a soul blade, and I've spent what have I spent? I've spent just over like 20 million, I think, or something like that. So it's a little stupid, but it's funny. So I did have a dry streak of like 10 million. I got one elf and 10 mil, and then gotten everything in another 20 million. So fair and balanced. There's another one. Yeah, we're just gonna record the rest of it. Yeah, there's another mythic. Yeah, this is fair. Yeah. Also, don't expect this rate. I've had 70 million where I don't get a mythic. That's good. Like a bunch of trash mythics back to back to back. So don't expect it to be good. Like I had a few viewers open with like 2 million and 5 million or 10 million. Don't do that. If you're not willing to drop 100 mil on this in an hour without thinking, don't do it. But there's definitely some highlight reels you can pull from opening packs. Side note, with Inferno rotating out, the ideal would probably be you spam open the standard packs, sell off all of it for profit, and then right before Inferno leaves, spam open Inferno packs because they'll go up. So you'd use all of your profit to go into Inferno, and then you can just hold. Now, it's not going to go up massively. You can also just continue to cycle these items, and that's perfectly fine. You can do it however you would like. Also, we, hope someone doesn't scream as soon as we go out of this because we can hear people around us again. So if someone screams, I'm not editing it out because editing is not something I enjoy. So I won't be doing it. You can see how enjoyable opening packs is for hours with me. It's really mind-numbing. I would heavily recommend you put music on or like a YouTube video that you can just listen to. The thing is, you want to be optimizing how many packs you're getting per hour. If you're getting a low amount of packs per hour, then you're not really using your luck potions very well. You want to cycle through as many gems as possible because it's profitable. Yeah, this update is kind of the next 2 weeks is just going to be me essentially doing this and focusing on Inferno, which is kind of dull, but it is what it is. I've been making a ton of money doing this, so I don't mind it. And they still sell super easily. I'm not dropping it below 10 mil ever. Like, people want these items so badly. There's no reason to ever go lower than 10. When you're spam opening to the level I have, and you have like just a filthy amount of the items, you can sell them for 10 if you want to quick sell them. But I still recommend trying to sell like Leviathans for 11, because 11 is wrap. Fallens, I think the wrap is 9.99, so sell it for that. Also, sell, if you're going to sell at 10 million, do 9.99, because you avoid the extra % of tax if you don't go to 10 million. So do one gem lower. I had someone point that out to me, and I didn't even think about it, but slight optimization, doesn't really change too much, but over hundreds of millions of gems, 1% still a nice little bonus. So, yeah. I don't think most people care enough to squeeze out the 1%, but for the people that do. Also, if you get shinies out of it, sell them for like 20 to 30. 30 is what I recommend you put it at, because I've been selling them so easily. If you get offered 25, that's pretty good. You can consider taking that. If you get offered 18, I would probably say you pass, just because I've sold them at 30 so easily, and the demand is there. So, I'd say try to do 30. Like, put it on your booth for 30. If it doesn't sell within like 2 or 3 days, consider lowering it, but if you just get a shiny and you're like, oh, what do I put it at? Put it at 30 for all of them. Soul Blade, Leviathan, or Fallen. They're all going to sell pretty easily. Soul Blade's probably the worst demand, but you can still probably get it to sell for 30, so I would try it. The main range that they're selling in, when I checked, I think it was like 18 to 25, but if you want to price check it yourself, look at the daily graph, the weekly graph, and the monthly graph, and roughly see where it is. With the shiny items, a lot of the people can't find them, so if you overcharge, you're going to have a convenience charge, essentially, for the bigger traders that just want to find one. They don't really care what it's at. They will buy it off of you, so don't worry too much about, like, don't sell it at 15 mil. Anyone selling them at 15 mil, I think, is selling themselves short a ton. It's a 2.5% chance for an item to be a shiny, I believe. I might be wrong. I think it's 2.5%. But, you know, they're worth a lot. And a lot of people want Leviathan, Fallen, and Soul Blade as shiny S-grades. So anyone that's assembling the S-grade themselves and they're not going to buy it off of someone, they're going to make it as a shiny. So all of them will need one shiny of it. And they're very rare to find in trading. If you hop servers, you could maybe find like 3 on a booth at a time, but you gotta hop for a little bit sometimes to find them. So just don't sell yourself short. If you get a win, try to take advantage of it the best you can. And as you can tell, we're going through a little bit of a dead streak, but we've already made a lot, so we'll be fine. We'll probably have another streak of, 3 Fallens back to back or something. Who knows? No, don't worry about it. And I'm going to sell both of the shiny Fallens I got for 30. They'll sell. I know they'll sell just fine. I do have a bunch of items already in my inventory, so if you want to count up what exactly is new, you're going to have to go through the video and count it up. I know someone did in my last video, so if someone wants to do that again, go for it, but I've got a bunch of Fallens. I don't know exactly. A bunch of Fallens and a Soul Blade. I haven't gotten a Leviathan this opening yet. It'd be funny if I get a Leviathan right after saying it, but, that's probably not going to happen. There's a very low chance of that happening. Yeah, I don't know. Trading's been pretty chill. Divine's recovered stupidly well. I'm amazed it's doing as well as it has. Also, with the meme pack, it's gonna mess up our rotation a little bit. Yeah, there's double mythic again, we're fine. But with the meme pack going in, it essentially wastes the Robux pack slot for 2 weeks. So it gives Cyber and Divine more time to climb, and they won't be re-added as soon as we expected. So by them adding the meme pack, they just made those investments better. Also, with Inferno, if they're going to add new gem packs in the Inferno slot, then Inferno we would expect to go up a bit more also. So we'll see how that goes. Items might rotate a lot slower than we expected initially if they're going to waste the pack slot with stuff like meme pack that no one's really going to buy. Oh. Yeah, also the bugs here need to be fixed. And there needs to be an auto open because this is mind-numbing. Because again, it might look relaxing watching me open packs, but I have to constantly be clicking and deleting and all that kind of stuff. So not nearly as. Also, there's the 2 shinies that I got, and then I have a bunch of Fallens, but a lot of those are older. I've been selling most of them already. Let me just double check I didn't accidentally click on them. Okay, yeah, we're good. You might want to lock them sometimes to be safe if you're worried about it, especially on mobile. You could accidentally tap on something. Okay, no, that's all we can delete. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird market that we can just do this and it's profitable, but it's something different. I'm not against it. I had one comment say that I went from recommending people never gamble to becoming a pack addict, which was funny. The thing is, I've made so much. It's not gambling if you're guaranteed a profit, basically, off of the numbers. So, it's a little busted. I'll probably get a Fallen soon, too. I'll bet. Next 5 mil, I'll bet you I get a Fallen. So we were at 552 mil. Yeah, no, I'm not keeping track. I'm just kind of spam opening. If you have less gems or you're more worried about like if it's profitable for you, I would say every 10 million. So let's say you're at let's say you're at 100 mil and you're gonna spam open packs. If you haven't gotten a Fallen by 90 mil, then you would start panicking a little bit, or worry about like is it gonna come back or not, and how long the dry streak is gonna be. But again, the pity's every 12 million, I believe. And again, you need VIP, you need triple or 2.5x luck. If you have 2x luck, I don't recommend this to any of you. It takes so long to sell the items that you really need the higher luck to make it worth your time. Because, again, if you're missing out on gems that could have been used to value trade, like, you could miss something big. Like yesterday, I traded a Demonic Shadow for a Divine Shadow. If I didn't have 30 mil, I would have lost out on an 18 mil profit just because I didn't keep 30 mil to value trade with. So, I heavily recommend you always keep some amount of gems. The bigger your inventory is, the more you'd want to keep. But if you miss out on those like value snipes, it sucks. So I never really recommend going down to 0. I think in my older content, I would kind of just full buy and then AFK overnight. I'd recommend you leave a little bit more gems out for opportunities in general, but you don't have to. Another thing that I had one of my trading buddies talk to me about is a lot of the bigger traders have sold out of items and they already have everything that they want, so they're just holding gems. That could be an issue at some point, but I really don't think we need to worry about it. The main thing was trying to make trading more fun for the newer players, because there was absolutely no way a new player could get into this game and have fun. But lately, with packs being re-added, if you buy stuff while it's cheap, there's a way in. So it's much better than it used to be. Right now, with the chicken pack out and the spin the wheel, it's pretty bad. The ranked items before they're buffed are pretty bad. They need to be buffed quite a bit for this ranked season to be at all useful for PvPers trying to get into trading. And I'm still going to make that video on when the pack gets touched up. I'm hoping every single item in the ranked pack gets buffed, but if it's just a secret, I kind of understand that if they don't want to put the effort in to buff everything. But I hope I'm wrong. Because, again, touching up 5 swords is a little bit more of a pain than touching up 1. And if the top 500 sword is worth it, people will play. At least the top people will. Also for ranked, the main issue is a lot of the people don't play it because it isn't rewarding for the newer players. If they made ranked more appealing to a casual player, I think this game would do a lot better, because it would have something going on for casuals. The problem with ranked is that it's so... I mean, it's a ranked system, so it's going to be competitive, but if the casual player base enjoyed still playing around like bronze, silver, gold, it would be a little bit more fun if there was just an incentive for them to be in ranked with their friends. Whether that's a boosted gem rate or, you know, special rewards that they have a chance of getting after matches. It doesn't really matter what it is. But some sort of incentive to where a bad player or a new player would care to join ranked. If they can fix that problem in Deathball, I think it would retain players a lot better. I would guess our player base would go up at least 1,000 or 2,000 just off of that alone, if they manage to fix it. Same if the boss system gets touched up so the rewards are really, really bad. Since the OG update, the only thing you really get is potions, and you get a really, really bad chance at the sword. If they fix it, so it's like old bosses where you have, you know, boss gems and a boss pack and all that, I would say another 1,000 would easily play for that, and I would play boss a lot more if it was good. Because I enjoyed old boss, like the 1.0 version. We're really not getting very good luck here. But it happens. Again, we've gotten plenty, like, we're covered, it's fine, but you kind of want to fall in at some point. This is kind of what I mean by the dry streaks. Yeah, like a whirlwind is really, really bad. That just wastes our pity. We don't want that. And we never did get that fallen, I was saying, in the next, like, 5 mil. I don't think. I don't know. I'm not keeping track. Gem Toki still needs a really, really bad buff, and the gem rates are still very low. With items being cycled so slowly, it doesn't really fix the economy the way I was hoping. I didn't expect them to waste the Robux pack slot with the meme pack. I thought new packs would be in a separate area, and like all the OG packs would be rotating constantly. And then if they had kind of the new packs that no one really wants as much as the old items, then they'd rotate in their own section. It'd be kind of nice to me, at least. Because, like, Demonic Shadow's good, some of the 2.0 items were good, like Umbreon people like. Some of the ranked items are good, like the artist weapons are good. But a lot of people, like the old Deathball players, just don't care for the new swords. They will always like the 1.0 ones better. So I think having those in constant rotation would be better. And I think this update would have been received better if it was the blue Enigma in the Robux pack instead of them making a meat pack. But that's, you know, the trader perspective of the update. It would have been more enjoyable for us if it was that item back instead of a meme pack that we probably most of us won't care about. Because the nice thing with the OG Enigma coming back, all the people that want it can grab it. Anyone that wants Backlash, it would get a lot cheaper because people would gamble the Enigmas. Same, a lot of the old traders would be trying to find the OG Enigmas to gamble. I mean, it wouldn't be a legacy OG, but it would still be funny. So, I keep almost deleting that one. And used. Okay, good enough. But I think for Deathball, we really need a ranked item that makes ranked more appealing to play. The overall format, I think, is more of the problem. They brought free for all back, and they have, I think, 3v3. Let me just double check that. Oh, I can't check that in here. One of the team modes is in. I don't remember if it's 3v3 or 2v2. And then free for all is back. I think they share the same elo, so that might be a little weird. But we'll see. I do believe elo got changed, though. So we'll see if it's better or worse. I really don't know if it will be. I'm not a ranked player, so you have to ask one of the, you know, top 500 people if they like it better or not, because that's not really my place. My main thing is, as a casual player that just enjoys playing standard lobby, I don't care to play ranked. If they can change that and get us interested to play ranked, the player base would be way bigger for it. And it would be a much bigger deal every season to play ranked, because more people would be interested. I believe the Deathball ranked player base is pretty small overall. I don't think a lot of the community plays it regularly, at least. They probably jump on it a little bit, but if they can increase rewards and make it more fun for casuals, they could boost the game a ton doing that. But we'll see. I wouldn't expect them to overhaul ranked, but I hope they consider doing it at some point. Also with like the spin the wheel thing. I could have talked about that so long in the last video. I just didn't want to keep going on. But I really don't like us having gambling things that are unrelated to packs. It makes this game feel like a really cheap mobile game, which it's a Roblox game. A lot of them are like that, like Steal a Brain Rot and the Grow Garden, the kind of basic ones. I'm sure I have some viewers that love Grow Garden just because it's such a big game, but I can't get into that kind of stuff. Our luck is not very good, but again, we're just going to keep spending. Because the luck you get in this is just ridiculous. You can usually all make it all back, even if you're losing some. With the two shiny Leviathans, I should... not shiny Leviathans. Shiny Fallen, I should always make money just off of that, like, alone. Oh, and for anyone interested in getting the S grades, most of the S grades seem to be around 300 million. I found a shiny Soul Blade with pose for I think 309 mil. So if you really want these, it's already at the point where assembling is more expensive. Because there's enough of them being traded, you can probably find one. Fallen, not so much. Leviathan, there's a few running around that are just for trade. Most of the Fallen owners seem to be overpricing the hell out of their item, or they just don't want to sell it. So that might take a little bit longer. And then the Soul Blade, I only know of one that's for sale currently. But, you know, I'm sure the one at 309 that's shiny is going to get bought relatively soon, just because of how high the demand is. But we'll see. Also, if you care about wrap, don't get a shiny, because it doesn't count for wrap. It's worth, I think, 1 billion wrap plus for the S shiny, but it doesn't count. So it depends. If you like having the shinies because they're cool and rare, go for it. If you care about your wrap value, you have to take the lower wrap for it to show. So it's a weird preference thing of which do you value, having high projected wrap or, you know, actually having a wrap value that shows to people. That's really all shinies do. But, you know. I'm sure a lot of people are watching this like, God, you're spending so many gems without thinking. Like, yeah, I might have a little bit of a problem, but I've made enough money, it seems to be a good problem. And this is probably not going to last forever, so as much as I'm doing pack opening videos now, this isn't something that's going to be a staple of the channel. As soon as this becomes bad, you're probably not going to see another pack video for, well, a while. Unless Inferno goes up a ton, then I might roll on Oblivion. Then again, people don't like Gemblade and they don't like Olympus. So, I don't know. I might roll a little bit on Inferno, we'll see. I probably won't, but also I'm getting all the trash mythics now. Go on, give me more Fallens. I think I've lost money this time. Or like, it's pretty close. I don't know. Someone's gonna have to add it up. I have no idea if I've been making money or losing money. Okay, well that's better. Yeah, no, I've definitely been losing money. They should give me another Fallen. I'm not happy. Give me one more Fallen, please? Preferably shiny, so I can sell it for 30 mil. Because it's a fair and balanced price. Please? I really should have started recording at the beginning when I got the 2 shiny Fallens. I'm like, I just wanted to listen to music. Like, who cares? And it was just getting stupid luck, so might as well record. Okay, and we got sword space issues again. Yay. The most enjoyable pack, or part of the pack openings. I always almost delete that one. I swear, I need to rip it off that maze. And yes, we are just deleting the godlies. I'm sure this is also hurting someone, but they take too long to sell, and we make money off of the mythics. We don't care about the godlies. Okay, let me get another Fallen. That's not another Fallen. And another Fallen? Come on. One more. One more. Okay. Well, you know what? We don't want a Fallen. Don't give me a Fallen then. Yeah, give me a Worm King staff. I really want a Worm King staff. Don't give me a Fallen. Who would want a Fallen? Yeah, surely it'll believe me and think I want a Worm King and then give me a Fallen, right? That's definitely how packs work. I swear, if it gives me a Worm King, I'm gonna beat this system. Also, this spot, the background, is actually in the map, I believe. So I want to see if I can get on here and have a friend see me when they're opening packs, because that would be really funny. This is Out of Bounds. It's on this side of the trade hub, outside of the map. You can't miss it if you look for the giant orange building. I want to see if you can stand on it and be seen while someone's opening packs. It's gonna be funny to just have someone sitting there on like a lawn chair, just like watching you open packs. Also, when I show my booth, I am kind of underselling a little bit, but I've opened way too many to sell at 12. Like, to want to sell at 12. I'm fine selling a little lower. The Leviathans I still sell for 11. The Fallens I sell for like 10. They'll still sell at 12. It's just, I have so many that it's better for me to cycle it and just open more packs. But that's my preference. If you're more worried about making profit, or you have to recover from like a bad opening, then I would say sell them at 12. But I've been doing 10 mostly. Kind of depends on the day. Some days have been really good for Fallen, some days haven't. Same with Leviathan and Soulblade. There are some days where 12 works better than others. So, just kind of swap it around depending what you're looking for on the day. If you're active in trading and like around your booth, waiting for offers, I would say put it at 12, and then if people ask to lower it, lower it. But if you're going to AFK and you just want to cycle your inventory, you'd put it at 10. They sell so easily, I would say you never take 8 or 9. Your ideal would be selling them off at 10, and then if you want to get back into them at any point, obviously you can go buy the S-grade for like 300 mil for all of them. So I don't really recommend you buy the S-grade at 300 because it's kind of pricey. It'll fall more. So if you want to, your choice, but I don't recommend it. Part of me is still very curious if I've been making money or not. I just kind of open and turn my brain off, especially during the recordings, because on my channel I don't really do commentary. I do commentary kind of over the old PvP videos, but with most of my trading videos I'm just talking about a concept or something that happened in Deathball that people need to be made aware of. This is more just like off the cuff, so I'm not used to doing it as much. I just kind of treat this like a really casual live stream that's not edited. So if people want to watch, great. If they don't, it's fine too. So I will be making more of my usual content, but since I'm opening videos, or opening packs, God, not opening videos. Since I'm opening packs and I'm going to sit here for an hour, I might as well make a video just yapping about trading, and if people want to listen, great. Hopefully I pack some information to this that's useful or entertaining. I don't know. Commentary isn't my strong suit so far. But, you know, we just open packs, drinking coffee. When I was trying to record in the beginning of this opening, I recorded for like 5 minutes and got bored. So I wanted to put music on. Then I got the Fallen, and I'm like, yeah, I'll record, fine. So I just got, you know, coffee, chilling on a weekend, opening packs. Just a nice chill day. Also, with nothing really changing in trading for the next 2 weeks, there's no pressure to really do anything. There's no rush. You just kind of exist, do whatever you want to, value trade, and you got 2 weeks of consistency, which is nice. I guess if you want Inferno, you gotta hurry a little bit, but 2 weeks is plenty, honestly. If you can't get into the Inferno items you want in 2 weeks, you probably just don't have enough time to trade to keep up with the game to that level, at least. Okay, it did the thing again. Also, I think it costs money every single time it bugs out, which isn't very nice. Insufficient sword space. We've been getting a lot of trash mythics this time, which isn't great, but it happens. I mean, we're probably still profiting just knowing how the odds are, but it doesn't feel like it's as good of an opening as it should be, even though it probably is profitable. That's kind of the weird thing with this. You have a lot of dry streaks where it feels like you're losing massive amounts of money, but the Fallen sells so high that you're just fine. Like, you don't get anything for a long time. It's like, oh, there's 2 Fallens. Okay, I'm covered. Which, you still gotta take into account tax and all the stupid stuff, but it's fine. And again, remember, sell the mythics. If you're selling them at 10 million, sell them at 9.99, because you don't pay 1% in tax, which is a relatively small thing, but it will add up over time, especially if you're cycling packs the way I am, where you're, spending 100 mil, trying to sell everything off, spend another 100 mil, and you just keep repeating that over and over again till you have hundreds, millions more. Well, hundreds of millions more. Can't speak today. Also, our pack video is getting closer to the end. We only got 8 minutes left of the pack. And even if it goes on to like Leviathan or something, I'm not going to be opening more. That's enough packs for today. I just try to keep my booth full of the artist swords to be flipping. It doesn't need to be, a third Soul Blades, a third Fallen, a third Leviathan. I just kind of open whatever I get, I get. I don't care. I think I've had like 30 Fallens in my inventory at one point. Actually, I might have done that with Leviathan too. But I don't know, it's so profitable, you really don't need to worry. And with how much people want these items, I don't think we need to worry about it for quite a while. Because even with people spam opening it, the price is not going to go down. The demand is very easily going to cover the supply. And if it stops covering the supply, everyone that's opening packs just gets stubborn. Because again, if we decide not to sell lower, then they don't have a choice. And if they don't make it profitable for us, we're not going to keep opening. Because we take on the risk, they get the items they want at consistent values. That's the draw of it. Realistically, the bigger traders should be taking on the risk because we can. And the people that just want their item and they don't want to worry about it, or they don't want to lose money to RNG, should avoid the packs entirely. Which, for most people, I don't recommend you do this. Just, I do it for something different to do. And the packs have been good to me, so that's why I keep doing it. If I was losing money a bunch, I would stop immediately. Because I don't enjoy opening packs, really. I just kind of spam them out, get my profit, call it good. This is also just way more fun with music on. Doing it this way is just like, okay, I'm talking to myself. Like, it's fine, but like, you don't want to do this for 3 hours or something on the weekend. That's not a fun way to spend your time. I'll do like an hour here or there, open the packs, put them in the booth, whatever, be done. It's not worth doing for a long period of time. Just because it's so mind-numbing. And it still takes a little bit to sell them, because, again, they do sell for like 10 mil each, or 12 mil each. So, they sell quickly for being expensive, but if you get, 100 of them, you're going to be selling for a while. They're not just going to sell out in like a couple minutes. Yeah. I'm curious to see how they handle trading going forward, because with the meme pack kind of ruining the Robux pack for the next 2 weeks, the economy's not really what I was hoping for. This update kind of did a big downgrade as far as like, great, we have the stupid spin the wheel thing that no one wanted, and instead of getting a good Robux pack of items that we love, we're getting a frying pan, a plunger, and a rubber chicken, which are also twice as expensive as Divine Shadow. Like, why am I gonna pay? I'm saying by the logic of how expensive it is in Robux, the rubber chicken should be worth like 150 mil or 120 mil. No one's gonna pay that much. It's a rubber chicken. So it's really overpriced, and the demand is gonna be really, really bad because most people aren't gonna want a rubber chicken, I would guess. I'm sure some of the kids will just love using a rubber chicken and think it's funny, but I don't know, not my thing. I think hearing the rubber chicken noise constantly in main game would drive me insane. I mean, the memes of rubber chickens I find funny personally, but I don't really want that in game. So I might be weird on that preference. Who knows? It'll be interesting to see how traders react to the meme pack, on whether it's funny and they like it, or it was just a waste and they're angry that it exists. I think people are going to be very divided on it. But we'll see. Yay, I got the Worm King staff. The worst mythic in the pack. Yay. Also, I'm pretty sure we made money still. But I don't know. Someone can add it up. I told what I got before. It was like 1 fallen and 2 shiny fallen. So maybe 50 mil at worst I got. If I sold both the fallen shinies for 20, I could probably sell them both for 30 though, so I don't think there's any way I lost money, but I don't know. I don't really keep track of it because it's so profitable I haven't needed to. I haven't had a bad session where I lost like 40 million or anything. I've had a dry streak of like 70, but then the next like 20 mil made up for it. Same, like this last part of the pack openings kind of okay. Of course I get a fallen right as I say that. This last part of the pack opening is not as good as like the beginning was, but we're still getting some stuff. So we'll see. My suggestion is, honestly, if you have gems, if you have 100 mil, you have a triple luck, you just open for the hour. Don't panic at all. Don't worry. Keep spam opening the packs. It'll recover for you. Because on average, over large amounts of gems, you will always make money with this. For now. When the shiny prices go down, when Fallen, Leviathan, and Soulblade potentially drop to like 8 million each, maybe this will be bad. But for now, it's stupid and really, really good. By me covering it and stressing how good this is, I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot a little bit, but I've already made a lot of money. I don't care that much. And I enjoy yapping about trading stuff to the people that are, you know, want to talk about it and listen to trading stuff. Okay, and we gotta delete more swords. Yippee. And then we'll see what our inventory is looking like after this is done. Get all those. If you're wondering why I'm not deleting the Spirit Blades, they're worth more than a lot of these others. So I usually save them. A lot of the old light pack items I delete first. And then we got 45 seconds. So finish up the opening and then we check the inventory. I'll try to roughly say what we got, but who knows. It's hard to keep track because I still have a bunch of the other trash mythics from previous openings, so I don't quite know what's from what. 8 seconds. And we get, I think, one more in. Maybe. Oh, well, that one's the next banner. Oh, well. And what is it now? Okay, try heat. We're good. Okay, so type in Fallen. Now, I had a bunch of these before. I want to say I got at least... Oh, all these are on boost. So I think all the ones not for sale are new ones. So I got 2 shinies. I got, what, 8? Yeah, and 8 normal. So, what, 140 mil roughly? And I spent like 80. I know I got 1 Soul Blade. I got, I think, a couple Soul Piercers. What else? I think I got 1 Elf. I got at least 2 Spirit Sights. I got 1 Tri-Heat. I got a Whirlwind, a Wrathblade, and a Worm King. So, again, very easily profitable. Again, just stressing how stupid this is for now. It's going to be worth doing until the prices heavily dip. But yeah, that's it for today. So, have a good one.